What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Draft Ranking Show. I'm Cody Carpentier, and today we're going to be talking about the New York Giants and a 7-round NFL mock draft. We're here Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday for 10 minutes at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Just a solo show. Monday and Wednesdays with Matty Kiwoom for 30 to 45. Click that like button, click subscribe. Let's jump into it. A 7-round NFL mock draft from yours truly for the New York Football Giants, picking at 5th overall. Their second pick will come at 37, so they have two of the top 100 before we have pick 105, 143, 185, 191, and 192 to round out their 7 picks in the 2026 NFL Draft. Some of their key free agents we're looking forward to: guard Greg Van Roten, Jermaine Illuminor at right tackle, Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot, projected to potentially be back in New York. Micah McFadden at linebacker, Cordell Flott at corner, a spot they've needed to fill for a couple of years now. As you can see on the screen right now, we just started the draft up. We're using the PFF mock draft simulator for those interested, and we'll zoom it on in so it's easier to digest for you guys. Arvell Reese, Jeremiah Love, Ruben Bain, Fernando Mendoza. That's your top 4 right there to the Raiders, Jets, Reese to the Cardinals, and Jeremiah Love to the Titans at 4. A shocker. Interesting selection there for the Tennessee Titans. Right now, it's a bevy of options for the New York Giants. A lot of people out there in the ethos are predicting a Spencer Fano or a Francis Maui Noah at the right tackle position for the New York Giants. Bailey's available right now, edge from Texas Tech. Probably not the move. I don't think they need another edge rusher in this room. Caleb Downs being available here at 5 is also very interesting as far as the defensive backfield grows, but they do have Tyler Nubin, and they paid Javon Holland this last year, so I think that takes Caleb Downs out of the conversation. If you ask the New York Giant fan base, they hate the idea of you going after a Carnell Tate for whatever reason. I've done it a few times, and I've gotten yelled at just the same way as I have with the Titans if I give them an offensive lineman. You get scolded for it. But I do like Tate here pairing up with Malik Neighbors and kind of just finally – ending that situation where it's been Jalen Hyatt and Darius Slayton for what feels like 6 years now in New York. However, I do think it's ever important to protect your franchise quarterback. So I think it's either protecting the franchise quarterback or giving him a weapon. I think you can find a weapon in free agency. I'm not sure you can find a protector in free agency. And after Evan Neal is also a free agent. After Evan Neal's kind of flop in round 1 4 years ago, I think they need to come right back to it. And we're going to go offensive tackle here with the first pick. You kind of get to pick your flavor. Well, it's Maui Noah or Fano. I'm going to go Maui Noah from the University of Miami. Wouldn't be against taking Fano as well either. Pick 37. We're on the clock here with the New York Giants. The last couple of picks have been Ty Simpson to the Jets at 33, Keith Abney from Arizona State, Akeem Mesidor from Miami to the Titans, and Omar Cooper Jr. to the Raiders at 36. So again, some of the other needs, we just drafted ourselves a right tackle. We could go after a wide receiver to pair in this room. I do believe Wan'Dale Robinson will be back. That's my projection. That's how I'm going to view this draft. So if I'm going after a wide receiver, I want it to be a more outside guy. Interesting spot here in this defense where Micah McFadden becomes a free agent. Your linebacker right now is Bobby Okereke, who's not a spring chicken. You see Demarius Flanagan Fowles is a free agent. This linebacker room could use a guy, and Anthony Hill at pick 37 from the University of Texas is a great value. This is a guy that, depending on who you ask, is depending on where he's ranked, right? Some people have him as LB2. He was LB1 a year ago before the Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles stuff exploded onto the scene. The further back the tape you see from Anthony Hill at Texas, the more versatile, right? This guy was coming off the edge as a freshman. He's played 3 years as a starting linebacker for the University of Texas, had some questionable coverage snaps in 2025, I guess would be the best way to put it. Made him look like he was a little out of place. But as someone who covers the University of Texas, I think that those in the know will know that the way the defense ran last year was not the best to behoove Anthony Hill and a number of other players on that defense and put them in the best spot to win. I think Anthony Hill here to the New York Giants is a great value. I think we can come back to wide receiver later. So we're going to get you a linebacker here to pair with Bobby Okereke and be the future at the linebacker position for the New York Giants. Anthony Hill, 37th overall to the New York Giants. All right, the next selection is going to come at pick 105. And like I said before, I'm going to go check out. So I think we look at corner and wide receiver. Those are my two spots right here. So I'm going to go corner and I'm going to go wide receiver. Best wide receivers available right now are Xavier Scott, Will Lee, Malik Muhammad, Davison Igbinosun. I'm a big fan of Igbinosun. Muhammad, we're probably in his category right now. Where are the receivers? The receivers are, we've kind of fallen off a little bit here. A lot of the receivers are kind of out of question right now. Dejon Stribling, not in his category right now. Bryce Lance territory. I think we can kick the can to round 5 as far as wide receiver goes right now. We could take Bryce Lance here, but again, that's a little bit too much of a project for me with the success I'm looking to have with this team right now. I could also check out guard. Wouldn't mind that at all. DJ Campbell, right guard. I like Farmer a little bit. I really like Armaj Reed Adams. I have him ranked significantly higher than this. I think I want to take Reed Adams and pair him next to, I think we're going to do that. Put him next to Francis Maui Noah. Okay, let's check out cornerback again. We pick again in 38 picks. I want to still get a receiver on this. I think I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to take Armaj Reed Adams from the University of Texas A&M. A guy that is very universal on the interior. I like what he brings to the table. So we'll plug him in at right guard right there. We're here at pick 143. The next pick is 185 to 191, 192. So let's go ahead and go check out wide receiver quick. All right. Bryce Lance still there. This is round 5 now. I like that a little bit more. Ted Hurst. Ted Hurst, another good one right here. I like Ted Hurst. I like Bryce Lance. I like Tyron Montgomery of this group. Tyron Montgomery would be a very interesting play there. I think Ted Hurst would be a really good number 2 in the New York Giants offense, or I guess you'd say he'd be technically a 3 if you count Wandale as kind of the second option there. I'm going to put a pin in Ted Hurst. If he's there at 185, I think we're going to take one of Bryce Lance, Ted Hurst, or Tyron Montgomery at 185. All right, so let's go check out corner because that's the one position we haven't hit yet. So we got Francis Maui Noah at right tackle, 5th overall. Anthony Hill, linebacker, 37th. Armaj Reed Adams at pick 105. We got to put this thing in overdrive. We're almost at 7.5 minutes. Julian Neal, Jalen Kilgore, Hezekiah Massis. Priskett's there later. I kind of want to go Kilgore from the University of South Carolina. Let's go that direction here, pick 143. And then we're going to come back around and pick 185. And like I said, we're going to go wide receiver. I need to do it right here. Oh, no way. We missed on all of them? No. I failed. I failed, you guys. I like Cameron, but we don't have to do that right now. Josh Cameron from Baylor. All right. Put the bootstraps on. We got to go do something different here. All right. So let's go back to that was a gut punch. I felt that one down. That felt that one deep. I don't want to go offensive. I could go, I guess. It wouldn't hurt to get another guard in the room. These guys aren't. Anianwa's a little early right now. Man, do we really got to go receiver right here? We got 6. I mean, we got 3 picks in the next 6 picks. Let's just take the receiver we want. I think out of all these guys, I like Josh Cameron the most. 6'2", 230, kind of a running back receiver mix. I think I'll take a second receiver right here. We'll take Noah Thomas, or I think we'll take Noah Thomas. Who else is available? This thing's backwards. Oh, my gosh. I cannot believe I let that happen. I thought those guys were going to fall. I'm going to take Noah Thomas, formerly of Texas A&M, at Georgia, big outside wide receiver. And then with the last pick, we need to hit probably interior. Let's go offensive line. Parker Brailsford still. I like Ethan Anwar. He's a transfer from Rice this last year. Big, long, 34.5-inch arms. Let's go Ethan Anwar from Ohio State, a guy that can play guard and tackle. There's your draft. I know this isn't going to be a good grade. Giants fans, I apologize. This is just the way it goes sometimes. We got to see Maui Noah at 5th overall, Anthony Hill 37th, Armaj Reed Adams at 105 from Texas A&M, Jalen Kilgore at corner from South Carolina. We got both two wide receivers in round 6. Should have done it in round 5. Josh Cameron, Noah Thomas, and then Ethan Anuanwa from Ohio State, formerly from Rice. There's the draft. They gave us a C. I hate it. Hopefully you guys don't. Click that like button. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow on the next one.